I'm Senator Chris Dush. I have the 25th District, which includes SCI Rockview, and I'm also a former corrections staff member with the inmate records offices at 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐻𝐿 and Chester, as well as my brothers and sisters in the PSCOA from both 𝐒𝐻𝐿 and up at SCI Forest. You know, recently in New York, they've had a series of problems with assaults on staff, and to the point where the staff just stopped coming in. They had to call in the National Guard in order to protect those facilities and provide security for those inmates. The reason that's important is because when we opened up SCI Forest is when they shut down Pittsburgh for the first time. The way that the department did it was ill-conceived. They ended up having to reopen SCI Pittsburgh again because of the overcrowding. We had inmate populations fluctuate up and down. And right now, with what they're looking at doing, one of the things that really concerns me is the fact that we're going to end up in this same situation yet again, where they've turned day rooms, put cages up and turned day rooms into dormitories. That is not the way you're supposed to operate these correctional facilities. The administration is, over the years, the administrative personnel, you know, we've doubled the size of the central office over the last several years. They're putting a lot of money into high-paying positions down at central office, taking people out of institutions that were like the HR people and recruiting, that kind of thing, taking people out and using lieutenants, paying lieutenants pay to have people going around to job fairs. We could do some things when it comes to the recruiting, like do the recruiting bonuses like the military used to do. It'd be fantastic. But I got to tell you, Senator Langerholt talked about the boot camp. The boot camp has the lowest recidivism rate. It's half of what the recidivism rate is for the rest of the Department of Corrections. Now, when I asked the Secretary, what's the plan why are you eliminating success? Well, we're looking at moving it into one of the SCIs. As Senator Langerholt touched on, one of the big benefits of that, and one of the things that helps, is that it is in a remote location and it is a boot camp. Like Senator Langerholt, I've got people who've been through the program successfully. They're out there. One of them's a minister. It's that kind of thing that they're producing out of that boot camp. And the work camps out at SCI Rockview, the forestry program, we're leaving an awful lot of land right now around SCI Rockview because they've been scaling back on the farming that used to feed much of the Department of Corrections. When you have officers and other personnel out there supervising inmates that are working in the fields, working in the forests, those people are coming back with trades that can be used out in the real world. There are things that need to be done to fix up Rockview, and interestingly, I've learned that the department claimed $72 million in repairs that need to be done. A lot of those contracts have already been let and the work's already started. So you're not going to back out of those contracts without some kind of a penalty. They said, well, it's the most expensive. Well, I've learned that it's not. There's one facility here in the Commonwealth that's a third more expensive than Rockview. We're getting a lot of conflicting information, and like I said, my biggest concern is this is ill-conceived just as much as it was with the way that they did SCI Pittsburgh. There needs to be more time. We need to know, and they need to come to us with real answers on what they're looking to do and how they're looking to implement it. Thus far, we haven't received any of that information. My brothers and sisters, I want to thank you guys for coming down here and standing in support of our communities. And God bless. Thank you, guys.